Hello and good day. This is teacher Onin de Guzman and welcome back to our class. Our lesson for today is solving indirect variation. Inverse variation occurs when one quantity is equal to a constant times the inverse of the other quantity. So in symbol, we have y is equal to k over x or x is equal to k over y, where k is the constant of variation or constant of proportionality and x is a non-zero real numbers. So we can have the following, okay, translation. So y varies inversely as x or y inversely proportional to x. So we can say also that y is inversely proportional to x if there exists a non-zero real number k such that y is equal to k all over x raised to n. So let's have the following translations. So say for instance, x is inversely proportional to y. So in symbol, I can rewrite this one as y is equal to k over y. Okay, where k is equal to x times y. If we will multiply both sides of the equation by y, so we come up with k is equal to x times y. Next, letter B. The force F needed to break a board varies inversely with the length L of the board. Since symbol, I can rewrite this one as F is equal to K all over L. So where K is equal to F times L. If I'll multiply both sides of the equation by L, so I come up with K is equal to FL. Similarly, on letter C, the time t required to empty a tank varies inversely as the rate R of pumping. So in symbol, that is t is equal to k over R, where k is equal to t times R. If I'll multiply both sides of the equation by R, so I'll come up with k is equal to t times R. Let's start with problem number 1. If y varies inversely as x and y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2, find the constant of variation and the equation. So let's start first with the constant. Now in order to find the constant, we'll start with our equation. So y is equal to k all over x. Since y is inversely proportional to x, then substitute the value of y is equal to 3 when x is equal to 2. Then multiply both sides of the equation by 2. So come up with 3 times 2 is equal to k. So k is equal to 6. Now that we know that the value of k is equal to 6, let's use this one to find the equation such that y is equal to k all over x. So now we have y is equal to 6 all over x. Let us consider problem number 2. A varies inversely with b. When b is equal to 4, a is equal to 1 half. Find a when b is equal to 18. First is we will look for the constant or find the constant. Again, we will write the equation a is equal to k all over b, wherein a is inversely proportional to b. Again, a is equal to 1 half is equal to k all over 4. Multiply both sides of the equation by 4, so we'll come up with 1 half times 4 is equal to k. So our k is equal to 2. Now that we found out that the value of k is equal to 2, the next thing that we will do is find the equation. So a is equal to k all over b, such that now a will become a is equal to 2 over b. Okay, substituting the value of k which is equal to 2. Now that we know the equation, let's move on to find the value of a. So again, a is equal to 2 all over b, where b is equal to 18. So let's divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So a is equal to 1 over 9. Alright, so let's move on to problem number 3. The graph shows T in hours take a car that travels uniformly from Bigan to Baguio at various speed B in kph, or kilometers per hour. Find the constant of variation and the equation which describe the relation. So again, in order to solve this problem, we'll start with find the constant. So let's start with t is equal to k all over b, wherein t is indirectly proportional to b, which is the speed. So we will take this point. So at t is equal to 2 and b is equal to 60. Let's substitute now. So t is equal to 2 while b is equal to 60. So we will multiply both sides of the equation by 60. So we have 2 times 60 is equal to k, or k is equal to 120. So this is the constant of variation. Next, let's find the equation. In order to find the equation, so we will go back to the equation a while ago. T is equal to k all over b. Then substitute that t is equal to 120. So therefore, so t is equal to 120 all over b. So this is the equation that will describe the given relation. So let's consider problem number 4. The number of hours t required to finish a certain job varies inversely as the number of person n on the job. If 16 persons require 18 hours to finish the job, how long will it take 64 persons to finish the job? So let's start with our equation. Again, so to get the equation, okay, we will determine the constant. So take note that t is equal to k all over n, wherein t is indirectly proportional or inversely proportional to n. Then t is equal to 18, while n is equal to 16. So what we're going to do is multiply both sides of the equation by 16. So we have 18 times 16 is equal to k, or our constant is equal to 288. Now that we know that our constant is equal to 288, the next step is we will find the equation such that t is equal to k all over n. Substitute that t is equal to, okay, 288 all over n. Next, let's find the value of t. So, t is equal to k all over n. Let's substitute. So, 288, so that is the value of k all over n is equal to 64. So, t is equal to 4.5. So, therefore, the time to be taken by 64 hours to complete the job is 4.5 hours. The other way to solve this word problem is through the concept of ratio and proportion. So this time we will use the indirect proportion, meaning to say that t sub 1 times n sub 1 is equal to t sub 2 times n sub 2. So it means that the product of the first ratio is equal to the product of the second ratio, such that t sub 1 is equal to 16, n sub 1 equals 18, t sub 2 is unknown, and n sub 2 is equal to 64. Let's substitute. So it means that 16 times 18 is equal to t sub 2 times 64. But 16 times 18 is equal to 288, which is equal to 64 times t sub 2. And I want to find out the t sub 2. So divide both sides of the equation by 64. So t sub 2 is equal to 4.5. So therefore, the time to be taken by 64 workers to complete the job is 4.5 hours. So that ends our lesson, and hopefully that you learned well in our discussion. So again, this is teacher Onin de Guzman. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified on my new videos. Thank you.